9th of April 2024. This is a meeting of Newport City Council Licensing Committee dealing with premises this morning. Thank you for joining us. I am aware that maybe there will be some slightly more unusual circumstances with today's meeting because of it being the subject of an ongoing police inquiries at this point in time. So this will not be, this is a confidential meeting, it won't be broadcast. We're using excuse me. All right, okay. Okay, thank you. Just point of clarification there. The meeting will be broadcast this morning, but the police report is going to remain confidential. To get that right. Now we're using these anyway because we've got people joining us online, and they won't be able to hear or understand what's going on in the meeting without this. So I'm asking people, when you're asked to speak, please put the microphone equipment in front of you on at the button on the side, which is here, and then there's a big button on the top, and when everything lights up, when that button lights up red, and you get a red collar around the microphone. Do you want to try that? Yeah, that's working. Okay. Yes, that's fine. Thank you. And perhaps if people could leave their microphone off when they're not speaking. That's it. And then leave it off in between times, but thank you. Then we can be sure that other people in the meeting will be able to follow what's going on. I haven't been informed of any declarations of interest today. The process this morning will be, I'll ask my colleagues on the licensing subcommittee to introduce themselves, followed by the officers in the team and our support officers, some of whom, or slightly more than usual, online today. And then if we can ask the police to introduce themselves as well. But I think we're coming back to, are we coming back to you for the report, Steve?
Chair, yes.
Thank you very much. Right. Okay, so my name's Kate Thomas. I'm representing Stowe Hill Ward in Newport. I'm chairing the meeting this morning. Now, my other colleagues on the committee today, Councillor Cleverly, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Good morning. I'm Councillor Cleverly and I represent the Betters Ward.
And Councillor Pym?
Yes, good morning. I'm Councillor Pym. I represent the Orway Ward in Newport.
And then our colleagues in the licensing department.
Steve Ponting, Licensing Officer.
Claire Roberts, Licensing Officer.
Thank you. And we've got... Oh, you're in two places, Claire. You're on the screen. All right, okay. Right, thank you. And then if I can ask our legal support to introduce themselves. Anna, can you... Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Anna Bounds-Webster. I'll be the legal advisor this morning.
And then we have two people shadowing this morning for that role. And perhaps if you could introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Sam Burke. I'm Assistant Solicitor and I'm just observing today.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kate Bengoff. I'm also Assistant Solicitor and I'm also observing today.
Thank you. And our support team here.
Good morning, my name is Emily Major and I'm a Governance Officer.
I'm Taylor Strange, I'm also a Governance Officer.
Thank you very much. And the police?
I'm PC 2138, Luke Dakin, Gwent Police Licensing.
I'm PC 689, Mark Williams, also from Gwent Police Licensing Team.
Thank you very much. And perhaps if you'd like to introduce yourself to us, please.
David Barton, Director of Harvey's Leisure, owner of Bar Amber, 16 High Street.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. Barton, thank you. Right, so if we come across to Mr. Pontin first to introduce the case. And that it will, oh no, there we go. Right.
Thank you, Chair. Okay, so the subject of today's report is the review of the premises licence under Section 51 of the Licensing Act 2003 in respect of Bar Amber, 16 High Street, Newport. The application is for a review of the premises licence made by Gwent Police, acting in their role as a responsible authority, which was submitted on the 14th of February 2024 on the basis that the premises is undermining the prevention of crime and disorder, public safety and the protection of children from harm. The proposal today is to make a decision on the application to review the premises licence issued in respect of Bar Amber 16 High Street. A review application under Section 51 of the Licensing Act 2003 was received on the 14th of February 2024 from Gwent Police to review the premises licence issued in respect of Bar Amber 16 High Street, Newport. The application for review relates to the following licensing objectives. Again, prevention of crime and disorder, public safety and the protection of children from harm. A copy of the review paperwork and supporting documents can be found in Appendix A of this report. Any further supporting documentation submitted by the police can be found in Appendix A. As part of the police evidence, they will wish to present CCTV footage to the Licensing Committee, and they will request that the footage is viewed in private at the hearing due to the possibility of ongoing criminal investigations. The application was received by the Licensing Authority on the 14th of February 2024, and in accordance with Section 51(3)A of the Licensing Act 2003, a copy of the application was served on the holder of the premises licence and on all responsible authorities. Following receipt of the application, the Licensing Authority advertised the application in accordance with the regulations of the Act, thereby inviting representations to be made by interested parties. Any representation in respect of this application made by a responsible authority or interested party had to be received by the Licensing Authority by the 12th of March 2024. In respect of the current premises licence, the current premises licence holder is Harvey's Leisure South Wales Limited of Unit 3A Boxer Trading Estate, Pontier Road, Killian. The current designated premises supervisor at the premises is Ryan Ashley Courtney. The premises licence relates to the following licensable activities: sale of alcohol Monday to Sunday 10 a.m. until 3 a.m, provision of facilities for dancing Monday to Sunday 10 a.m. till 3 a.m, playing of recorded music Monday to Sunday 10 till 3, and late night refreshment Monday to Sunday 11 p.m. till 3 a.m. For the sale of alcohol and provision of regulated entertainment, namely the playing of recorded music and provision of facilities for dancing, on New Year's Eve from the end of permitted hours to the start of permitted hours the following day. A copy of the premises licence can be found in Appendix B of the report. The Licensing Authority invited representation from responsible authorities and other persons to be submitted before midnight on the 12th of March 2024. The Licensing Authority received no further representation from any other responsibility or other persons as defined in the Licensing Act 2003. Though, on the 29th of February 2024, the Licensing Authority arranged a mediation meeting with both Gwent Police, the licence holder of Bar Amber, who is also the owner of the building, and the DPS management team of Bar Amber, who leased the premises. Unfortunately, no representatives of Bar Amber management team or the DPS attended the meeting. As such, Gwent Police made it abundantly clear to the licence holder that they were certainly not looking for a revocation or suspension of the premises licence, but simply looking to add further conditions to the premises licence so as to promote the four licensing objectives. At the meeting, it was discussed with the licence holder that the premises was placed on an action plan after serious disorder took place after Newport County v Swindon in 2023, as indicated in the police review paperwork. The action plan gave clear guidance to the Bar Amber management team and DPS to assist them to promote the licensing objectives, specifically around when Newport County played at home. The action plan and advice given by Gwent Police via the action plan was not implemented by Bar Amber. This may have contributed to the second serious disorder that took place in February 2024. It was, in the opinion of Gwent Police, during the mediation meeting that the premises was required to have clear and legally binding conditions on the premises licence to promote the licensing objectives. Again, Gwent Police at the mediation meeting made it abundantly clear they were not looking for a revocation or a suspension of the premises licence, and clearly would be happy to continue to work with the Bar Amber management team. As such, the below-listed conditions were proposed to the licensing holder by Gwent Police. The licence holder stipulated he would discuss the proposed conditions with the management team of Bar Amber. Both the licensing authority and police stipulated that they would be happy to mediate further with the management team and discuss the proposed conditions, these conditions being: 1, SIA door staff should be present at the premises 3 hours before kick-off of a Newport County home game and 3 hours after the final whistle of a Newport County home game. Door staff should proactively manage the front door of the premises. No drinks should be taken outside the premises 3 hours before kick-off till 3 hours after the final whistle. No outside furniture should be utilised by customers 3 hours before kick-off and 3 hours after the final whistle. A maximum of 60 customers are permitted inside the venue 3 hours before kick-off and 3 hours after the final whistle. No under 18s are permitted in the premises 3 hours before kick-off and 3 hours after the final whistle. The DPS or named manager provided to Gwent Police should be present at the premises 3 hours before kick-off and 3 hours after the final whistle. That named manager should hold a personal licence. The current DPS to be removed from the premises, and no persons looking under the age of 25 should be permitted into the premises without showing ID on match days. A question was raised at the mediation meeting regarding the capacity of Bar Amber, as this would clearly determine the number of SIA door staff required with any condition proposed by Gwent Police. The licence holder stipulated he believed the capacity was approximately 60 persons. After reviewing the premises plans, this is likely to be correct, in line with the Regulatory Reform Fire Safety Order 2005, which stipulates normally the maximum occupancy of a room with only one exit will normally be 60 persons. This door may be inward opening. If more than 60 people are present, a minimum of 2 separate exits will be required, which should open in the direction of escape. At the conclusion of the meeting, the licence holder stipulated that he would agree to the proposed conditions, but would again require to speak to bar management and the team. The licensing authority was contacted by the licence holder shortly after the meeting to say Bar Amber had determined to surrender the lease to the premises. The licensing manager stipulated to the licence holder would mediation be beneficial for all concerned, especially in light of Bar Amber management team and DPS not attending the initial mediation meeting. But since the publication of this report, neither the licensing authority or Gwent Police have been contacted by the Bar Amber management team or DPS to discuss the proposed conditions. In the event of the premises no longer being a football supporters bar, the conditions proposed by Gwent Police have slightly changed to stipulate the following conditions will only come into force at written request of Gwent Police licensing team. The request by the police will only be made if the police feel that there is potential for crime and disorder when Newport County play at home games. The conditions proposed are the same, just with those stipulations. So, 1 SIA door staff 3 hours before and after a game, no drinks outside 3 hours before and after a game, no outside furniture to be utilised 3 hours before or after a game, 60 customers maximum 3 hours before and after a game, no under 18s 3 hours before or after a game. The DPS or name manager provided the Gwent Police should be present at the premises 3 hours before kick-off and 3 hours after. That person should hold a personal licence. The current DPS still to be removed from the premises, and no persons under 25 to be permitted without showing ID. The licence holder has confirmed that the licensing authority is happy to agree to the above conditions. And just to stimulate one more time so that's clear, there is a slight change to those conditions since the premises is no longer a football supporters bar, in that the following conditions will only come into force at the written request of Gwent Police, and the police will only do that if they feel there is potential for crime and disorder when Newport County play at home. And the licence holder, as I say, has agreed to those conditions.
Can I just check one thing there? I didn't hear when you read it through the first time, ID for all persons under 25. Was that an additional? It was. Is that a fresh condition or?
It was no. Sorry, Chair. It was there at the beginning. I may have missed it.
All right, that's okay.
It was an original stipulation, and it remains
okay.
If the police request it on match days. Some background on the premises. The premises is located on High Street within the city centre. The premises have held a licence since the introduction of the Licensing Act 2003. During this time, it has been operated as a late-night bar. In September of 2022, the premises was rebranded as Bar Amber, and became a more sports-focused bar with a number of Newport County fans using the premises as an unofficial supporters club. A map and pictures of the location of the premises can be found in Appendix D of the report. Harvey's Leisure South Wales Limited is both the owner of the property and the licence holder, though also holds a formal contract with the management team Bar Amber, thus meaning the DPS of Bar Amber is legally responsible to comply with the licence conditions. The legal case of Hall and Woodhouse v Pool Council makes it clear that the premises licence carries no automatic liability for unlawful acts of third parties. It is the opinion of Gwent Police that liability of the premises failing to meet the licensing objectives is mainly due to the current management team rather than Harvey's Leisure, the licence holder. Rest of page 22, 23, 24 and 25 deal with policy guidance. So if I just refer you to the bottom of page 26 of the report to finish off, issues for discussion in respect of this report, that the content and the application made by Gwent Police, acting in its role as a responsible authority for a review of the premises licence, and any evidence and mitigation provided by the licence holder. That's the end of my report, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Right. So is this the point at which we are going over to the... Well, what I ought to ask first is, do either of my colleagues have any questions of the licensing team at this point?
None from me, Chair. Thank you.
Councillor Pym?
No questions from me, Chair.
Thank you very much. Right. So I think at this point we're going over to the police. So this would be an appropriate moment.
Sorry, did you want to see any of the videos again?
No, I gave you prior warning that we might want to see them again. Yeah. But actually it did make a difference because we were on the first one, on the Swindon game, we were seeing the incident from both angles, which actually was quite informative. Thank you. Okay. Are you happy with that? Because I know you said you hadn't seen that footage before from Swindon. Right, okay. Thank you. Okay. So I think we're going to be turning on the recording again now. So I guess we're asking now if there's any further comments that you want to make.
No, I think I'm fine. I discussed everything I needed to say.
Point.
So it's just yourselves and the police and committee now.
I'm not aware of any further questions that my colleagues on the panel want to ask at this stage. No? Right. So I think we can probably ask people if they want to withdraw now. Then we will. The members of the panel will discuss it now. I assume we will. Yes, we're going to turn this recording off again so that our discussions are confidential. But I'm sure that you'll receive written notice within 5 days of the outcome of our discussions, and I'm sure that you'll get an email about it before that. And are we in a position here where if there's an appeal it would be 21 days to the Magistrates' Court, or does that apply in this case?
There is an appeal process, Chair, yeah, it's 21 days.
So are you aware of that? 21 days?
We'll get correspondence today, but if not today, tomorrow, in regards to the outcome, yeah, with all that information in it. If you're happy to wait, we'll contact you by phone or email, rather than you wait around now.
If you wanted to wait around now, I'm sure that we don't mind if you want to wait on the premises. Otherwise, I think it'll probably be an email tomorrow.
In terms of the meeting now, next, I would like it's up to the chair really, but maybe 20-30 minutes, I guess.
Right, okay. Right, well, thank you for coming along today. And yes, we'll continue our... Thank you all for hanging round. Just to say that we have discussed your case in the premises, and we're upholding the request by the police that becomes the legal requirement on that premises. And good luck with your search for a new leaseholder there.
So you'll just email or you'll get in contact. I just need to explain this to either I'm selling a freeholder to or if I get a new tenant. So basically, those restrictions happen on match days. If it's not football associated, but even if you think that it is a requirement for that particular game, yeah?
Yeah, so it'll only be on home match days, just to clarify, because obviously it's only half the season they play at home, excluding cup games, and ultimately we've got that caveat in place then for that.
Okay. Okay, that's brilliant. No problem. Thank you very much. Yep.
And if it turned into a tea room, maybe maybe it wouldn't apply at all. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.